Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking you along on my post-Ramadan home reset journey. Even though I did a complete clean before Ramadan, daily cleaning took a backseat during the month. We've been really busy, so some parts of the house have gotten a bit messy. So come along with me as I tackle these spaces and get our home back in order. Today's cleaning journey began with a cozy start. I slipped into my favorite black hoodie. It's almost like my blogging uniform, and it always feels like a warm hug. And with not much to do in the kitchen today, I dedicated the day to a mini home reset. I kicked things off with a comforting cup of tea and some rusk, enjoying a moment of relaxation before the busy day ahead. I even caught up with my favorite Eslima's vlog. I get so excited whenever she posts new videos. Once my chill time was up, I jumped off the sofa ready to start my work. My morning started with a fresh stock from Lulu arriving right at our doorsteps, which meant it was time for a kitchen refresh. Unfortunately, I forgot to film the process, but I cleaned out the fridge and restocked it with all the new groceries. Alhamdulillah, everything is neatly organized in the fridge and the freezer now. Next, I chopped a batch of peeled garlic and stored it in an ice cube tray to freeze. I prefer using chopped garlic and ginger over ginger garlic paste in most of my dishes. It just adds that perfect burst of flavor. After realizing I was out of my usual freezer and lunchbox staples, I decided it was the perfect time to whip up a big batch of pancakes. I recently purchased this mini electric pancake maker from Tausil, and today seemed like the right moment to put it to test. I was a bit unsure about how well it would work, but it turned out wonderfully. I made half the batch with the new pancake maker and the other half on the stove top, the traditional way. I stuck to my trusty whole wheat pancake recipe for this batch. It's the only one I use because it's made with whole wheat flour and turns out perfect every single time. So, if you're interested in trying it out for yourself, I'll drop the link to the recipe in the video description below. Next on my list was to take down all the Ramadan decorations which were scattered throughout the house. I carefully packed away each item, including the Ramadan calendars and the beautiful canopy that we had set up, along with all the fairy lights. Everything is safely stored in a box, ready for next year, inshallah. Hoping we all get to experience another blessed Ramadan. I also tucked away all the Ramadan inspired storybooks inside, but I left the Eid related books in the shelf itself. Since Eid al Adha is coming up, the kids can read it. I also rearranged the furniture, moving the sofa back to its original spot. Now the room is all cozy and neatly arranged, just like how we like it. Moving on to the kitchen, it was time to tackle the shelves. As I mentioned, things got pretty chaotic here during Ramadan, with half of us fasting, my husband Hamad and myself, and the kids, Aisha and Omar, not fasting. I was preparing a variety of meals throughout the day. The routine was packed, starting with suhoor, followed by Aisha's lunchbox for school, breakfast for Omar, then lunch for both, and finally iftar and dinner. Despite the hustle, I'm truly grateful. Alhamdulillah, I have the means to provide meals for my family, and for that, I'm deeply thankful. There are so many people who aren't as fortunate, and my heart goes out to them. I pray for them, and I pray that Allah grants everyone their wishes and keeps all our families safe. Now let me show you a special spot in my kitchen, my hiding shelf. I hope my kids doesn't see this video. This is where I stash all the candies away from the kids. If I kept these within their reach, they'd vanish in no time. A lot of these treats are from the recent Girgan celebration during Ramadan, and also some of the candies that I bought to fill the Ramadan calendars and give kids during Ramadan. So typically I just toss everything into this cupboard because I know the kids won't snoop around here. However, it had become quite a mess, so I took everything out and organized it neatly. Let's take a look at how I managed to tidy it all up and how empty this shelf has become after organizing. I also tackled the top rack of the kitchen cabinet where I store all my glass jars. Interestingly, many of these jars are missing lids, or some of the lids doesn't have its jars. So I just gathered all the lids that I could find and sorted them into a box and kept everything organized. Now everything is neatly arranged, and so let's move on to the next shelf. This shelf right here is definitely the most challenging one in my kitchen. It's where I store all my daily use appliances like my chopper and grinder. I also keep my chapati rolling pin and base, Ziploc bag, aluminium foil, and various other items. No matter how often I tidy it up, it always ends up cluttered again. So I realized that this isn't the best spot for my appliances, so I decided to relocate them to a more suitable place and reorganized everything neatly. While cleaning, I found this ajwa dates which we got from Medina, so I just kept it for washing. Now that's done. Next, I'm moving on to my baking storage section. I last cleaned this area right after Ramadan last year, and I even featured it in a video back then. Since then, I haven't really touched it, and you can see just how messy it has become over the months. I'm ready to tackle this area now. Finally, I'm taking everything out and will be organizing and placing everything back neatly. I've got quite a collection of large baking trays. and I meant large sized baking trays and cupcake pans that I used to use regularly with my cooking range oven, which is quite spacious. However, ever since I got my air fryer oven, I haven't used the cooking range oven as much because I love how the air fryer oven works. It's so precise and it bakes everything so well. So these smaller pans have now become the most used item. So I arranged them neatly in that stand, making them more accessible and tidy. After finishing up in the kitchen, I moved on to the bedroom. The wardrobe door had developed a yellow, rather disgusting color over time, so I decided to tackle that first. I used this degreaser with bleach by the brand Smack, which really helped melt away those yellow stains. Just a few sprays, and the door was looking incredibly neat. During my Ramadan deep clean, I managed to clean almost everything except for my bedside table, which had accumulated items from over a year, including lots of medicines, which some of which had expired. I decided it was high time to clean this area, so I started by clearing out everything, just realizing how much had piled up, mostly medicines. I used my handheld vacuum cleaner to dust off the surface and then neatly arranged and organized the remaining useful items like my hand and foot cream. And I kept all the medicines into a small box. I also discarded all the expired medicines, which cleared up a lot of space. I've been using CeraVe foot cream, but this is one of my old purchases. Going forward, I won't be buying it again since CeraVe is under L'Oreal brand, which is on the boycott list. I'm on the lookout for alternative products now. Previously, I used Eucerin, which was quite good, though I need to check if it also falls under the boycott. I'd love to hear your suggestions. What foot cream do you use and recommend? Let me know in the comments. Next, I tackled the bottom drawer, which holds all of my hairstyling tools like the blow dryer and hair iron. I cleaned that area as well and reorganized everything. Now both drawers are looking great and are much more functional. Since I was already in a cleaning mood, I decided to tackle all the tabletops as well. I cleared everything off, dusted thoroughly, and gave every surface a good wipe down. Next, I turned my attention to my prayer mat. It definitely needed a refresh, so I put it in the wash machine for a good wash. It's important to keep these spaces clean and serene for daily prayers. Next up, I moved on to cleaning my sofa and rug. We recently invested in a Hoover clean slate carpet and upholstery cleaner, which has been incredibly handy. With 3 kids and a preference for light colored furnishings like our cream sofa and the white rug which we bought during Ramadan, it's no surprise that spills and messes are unavoidable. So, although I've only had this cleaner for a short time and can't give a full review just yet, I'm really impressed so far. I started with the sofa, applying the cleaning solution directly from the machine and then vacuuming it up. This method pulls out all the dirt along with the cleaning solution, leaving everything looking fresh. That's all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed following along with my cleaning journey. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button and don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I absolutely love reading your comments and responding to them. They truly make my day. If you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.